Sometimes when I wake up, I hope that the day will be full of strange and unusual occurrences, and am left bitterly disappointed by how ordinary that day turns out to be. This short series is a brief glimpse into one of the many dull, ordinary days of my existence.
In our main topic today, the caution minister, Dingleberry McCluckman, has been reported as missing. The police suspect foul play, and many are already presuming he is dead, but no body has been found.
Another day, another depressing murder news story. My name is Bzzz, and I'm a detective novelist. My debut book was a huge success both critically and financially. I'm currently working on the follow-up, but I'm out of ideas. I keep telling my editor I need some inspiration, but she's more interested in me hitting my deadlines. I just need to escape from this tedium. Hello, this is the police. We'd like to ask you some questions in relation to a murder case.
On the next episode of The Very Ordinary Life of Guns, Explosions, Murder, and Naked Women.
Which murder do you mean? The one of Dingleberry McCluckman. And how can I help? Did you kill him? No. Do you know who killed him? No. Did you know Dingleberry McCluckman? We met once when I got a prize for detective literature last year. Very well, sir. Wait, why are you asking me? The method of murder was unusually similar to that of the killing in your novel, sir. So we just wanted to check that you weren't nuts. I am fully sane.
And now an update on the news story of Dingleberry McCluckman's disappearance. A police press conference just announced his decapitated head was found on the peak of Mount Everest. How it got there is currently unknown. Police are telling people to remain calm and not lose their heads. And now, Snow Patrol.
Let's waste time chasing cars.
And on the next episode, it's the end of the world.
Is this thing on? George! George! Is this thing switched on? It is switched on. Okay. Right, sorry about that. Right, okay. We would like to apologise for the low budget special effects on the previous episode of A Very Ordinary Life. The producers spent all of the special effects money on the annual dog snogging competition. We promise that this episode is of a much higher quality and there will be no picture slideshows or reuse of old stock footage.
And on the next episode of Very Ordinary Life, it's time over mystery.
Doctor, you were going to tell me just what the is going on up here.
What?
Come here. Come here! This is what?
Oh, God!
Have you found anything like this on your archaeological digs?
No.
Is there any way this thing came from the outside, from the surface?
The planet is completely dead.
It came from somewhere, lady.
Portman, shut up.
The atmosphere on the surface can't support life.
Maybe it doesn't need air. It could have come from another planet or something.
What, like an alien?
Look at that thing! Portman, you need to shut the up! That's not what we saw. That's not what Goat and I shot at in genetics.
You telling me there's more of these things?
Where are your surface entry points?
There's a pressure door at the end of the north corridor.
Destroyer, you can Portman get there on a double. Give me an update.
Yes, sir.
Whatever this thing is, it cannot get back through the arc. Max, I want you to arm pick you with a weapon. With some...
The book wasn't going well. Writer's block had kicked in, slowly followed by laziness and procrastination. I found myself watching strange children's cartoons, larking about, and narrating about myself watching strange children's cartoons, larking about and narrating about myself. I decided to catch a few Z's to rest my overworked brain. As I fell into a deep sleep, I began to dream a very strange dream, a dream in which I was the detective in my novel. I was hunting for the murderer of Dingleberry McCluckman. I interviewed suspects. I discussed with my mortician. And I analysed the murder weapon, and I found the suspect. It was who I suspected all along.
Did you kill him? Did you? You evil, murdering
And in breaking news this just in, there seems to be an unidentified flying object just over the top of London. More news on that as soon as we get it.
We here at Radio X would like to welcome our Skull Alien Overlords and congratulate them on their destruction and takeover of Earth. They have informed us that the Prime Minister and his entire cabinet have been wiped out, and that Culture Minister Dingleberry McCluckman is now leading our puny world. We are to obey his and our alien overlords' commandments at all times. He loves and worships our alien masters, and so should all of us.
Dingleberry McCluckman. I am your alien overlord. Shave the trouble.
I attempted to write new chapters of my novel. However, the skull on my kitchen counter proved to be of great difficulty to my creativity. It would set me unusual tasks that procrastinated me from my procrastination. I was starting to become frustrated by its frequent bullying, and by the generally dystopian world that our alien beings had cast upon our world. However, I decided to obey them for now, while hatching out a dastardly plan. This story would make a great novel, I thought. I became oddly fascinated by something hiding underneath my towel. It seemed to call out to me longingly, trapped, an outcast like myself. We were two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. And on the next episode of A Very Ordinary Life, Mellors kills his cat. And on the next episode of A Very Ordinary Life, Dingleberry McCluckman goes to Hollywood.
People of Earth, I humbly accept the role of the President of the world. I, Dingleberry McCluckman, am a modest, honest man, and I swear to the whole human race that I will bring a new prosperity to the 21st century under our new Skull Alien overlords. All hail the Skull Aliens! As you can see, they have possessed me, and I have become one with them.
Every night, in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance, spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart go on. Once you open the door, and you're here, and my heart will go on. Love can have just one heart, and love for a lifetime, and never will go, and I go. Love is what I loved, one true time I hold you. In my life will always go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart will go on. And tomorrow, you open the door, and you're here, in my heart, and my heart will go on and 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 on. You're here, there's nothing I'm here, and my heart will go on, will stay forever this way. You are.
It's me. I'm Dingleberry McCluckman. Hey, come on in. Take a seat. It's nice to meet you. I got you a banana. That's very generous of you. So, pitch this story to me. Explain, the plot. So there's this unnamed author, and he's writing a detective novel. Then skull-faced aliens come to Earth, take over, kill all the MPs, except this guy called Dingleberry McCluckman. He gets possessed by one of the skull aliens. The author knows Dingleberry, and he rebels against the alien, shoots Dingleberry, and it turns out he was Dingleberry all along. And all these crazy things, including the aliens, all happened in his mind. He's in denial about thinking he's the enemy of humanity, so he pretends he's the uprising author. He thinks up and pulls off the perfect murder. So he tries to kill himself, but he fails. And that's when he realises that the author and Dingleberry are just two sides of his multiple personality disorder, and he's only killed off the Dingleberry personality. And he invents a third and fourth personalities called Chief Rosenfield and Detective Palmer to investigate the murder of himself, because the author personality is guilty of killing Dingleberry and ends up placing all the blame on his cat and begins to idolise an iron as a godlike being to throw off his detective personalities from the trail.
And the whole thing is told out of chronological order. So the end of part 3, part 4 and part 5 being the start of the story, and then parts 1 to 3, except the ending of part 3, is the actual ending of the story. And part 6 is where the author pitches the story to a movie producer because he can't get it published as a novel, and all the answers to the mysteries are revealed in a really simple to understand manner. Right, and how much do you think this will cost to make? Oh, I can do pretty cheap. Cool. Tidy profit then. Awesome. I knew I was a storytelling genius. Hey, what did you say your name was again? Oh, it's Dingleberry McClugman. That's my name too. Oh, God, that was a strange dream. What's that knock at the door? Oh, God, that was a strange dream.